Lou Holtz retires. Steve Spurrier gets hired, though, and I mean, the hype for Carolina football is at a fever pitch, right? I mean, Steve Spurrier was a guy that most people thought would never come to USC, and what do you know, he does. Just talk about the transition from Holtz to Spurrier, because I mean, I'm sure for you that had to be really exciting. You're thinking to yourself, okay, like I'm going to get the football. Like I'm going to get an opportunity to score. This guy loves offense. We're going to move the ball up and down the field. But Spurrier's a very particular dude. He is a very sharp, witty guy, and he has different relationships with different players. And I know the relationship you had with him certainly evolved during your time there. But those first interactions and overall your relationship with Steve Spurrier, what stands out most for you?
To be honest, I was a little bit taken back, because I knew of him, from his time at Florida. And, I was kind of lost at what I wanted to do, because at that time we were going, like you said, through a transitional stage where a lot of guys were leaving out. The program in itself just was starting to look a little different. Coachings that, promised you certain things were no longer there. So I kind of contemplated going back home for a little bit and going to Rutgers. But I did my research a little bit more on, what Spurrier was about with his running backs, looking at, Coach Gillespie, who ended up being one of my, running back coaches, and looking at some of the running backs that he had there, as far as, I believe it's Fred Taylor as well that was there with him, Ernest Graham as well. So a lot of these guys, like, I watched them when I was young. So, seeing what how he utilized them throughout his offense, I saw that it would just open up greater opportunities for me to stay on the field, help be a leader on my team, and it wasn't easy. I had to, really pick his brain and learn how he, would utilize me. I had to find my comfort zone as well with him. And that was one of the greatest things that I loved about him, that a lot of people don't know, is that, I stayed around after practice, after video, and, hey, Coach Spurrier, just, it's like, leaving that teacher that apple just so you could get your grade up a little bit. Right. I picked his brain a lot about, the game, just so I could, try to be those type of running backs that, I believe he was looking for, because he always felt that the talent that we had on the team at the time wasn't as up to par as what he was used to. But like I said, that was another challenge that I wanted to explore and let him know that, hey man, you're inheriting some dogs out here. We just need to, be, retooled and put back together, and we'll do some special things for him. And as it went, we were the first ones to, start him off. And, he is our greatest coach, that our school has ever had, no matter what people feel about his departure or whatnot. He came to do what he came to do. He did it. And, he gave the program back to the fans and the players.